Hi, everybody. Um, so, happy 4th of July, if that is a holiday that you like to celebrate. I think that there are things to celebrate about it, but also in a deeper honesty about things, it's also, not one of my favorite holidays either. So, there's no one answer to anything, but I think it's a nice time to celebrate with people who you love and be grateful for, the positive parts of freedom that the United States really does provide for so many people, but also to remain honest about the history and what we're still going through that is not so positive about it, and that's just kind of a good lesson for life to keep your mind towards the positive, but always remember sort of what else is going on too. So this next sign that I'm going to be reading for is for Leo. I'm sorry if you guys hear some of this kind of background noise. It's been really hot here, and so our air conditioner is a little bit noisy, but hopefully this microphone helps. So I think it's really nice to do the Leo reading on the 4th of July. Leo is a fire sign, the fixed fire. It's really kind of like the flame. So I think, if there's any fire sign that's going to kind of be like the firework, it would maybe be really all of them. But they say that Aries is kind of the spark, Leo is the active flame, and Sagittarius is the smoke. So really fireworks are all of it. But I would say Leo is definitely a big part of that that kind of big beautiful blast energy. So I think that this is nice to do the Leo reading on the 4th of July. So we'll just kind of get into the reading here. I'm going to just do a Celtic cross for Leo, a fire sign, fixed fire, just to kind of orient to that energy. Let's see what comes up for Leo. And sometimes if the cards don't want to pop out, I'll just go, so it's the 5th sign. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see what's going on for Leo. So in the present moment, Leo, you are the Chariot. You're going through the Chariot card in reverse. So Chariot Chariot card is really Cancer sign season. So the Chariot in reverse is kind of more about feeling a delay. The Chariot is a major arcana card, so it kind of means like something large and like universally destined, or a big part of your life is going on right now. I don't think cards in the reverse are necessarily bad cards, which I think is important to remember. It's not necessarily a negative thing. This is whatever is happening is supposed to be happening at this moment. And the Chariot in reverse is kind of, instead of feeling this energy to like really move forward with assuredness and speed like fire maybe wants to do, in the present moment you're more feeling the Chariot in reverse, which is more of a delay and maybe taking things a little bit more slowly than you normally would, or just taking things a little bit more slowly. But again, this larger energy sort of involved, not necessarily just like regular day-to-day stuff. So this could be a delay that is helpful for you right now or not. So we'll see more information about that, but just feeling like not going as fast as usual, which isn't always a bad thing, especially when you have that more active Leo energy. Sometimes it can be good to take a break. Your challenge right now is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is, Pentacles are the earth. Page of Pentacles is sort of like a youthful energy, but moving forward towards abundance and starting to gather your resources and having some like support from the universe and doing that with that youthful energy, but not necessarily fully being in sort of like more of a knight moving fast kind of energy, or like the King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles, which is being more solid, working on your obtaining your resources and working on your career goals. But this is a youthful spirit towards abundance. And so I guess we might see some more information here about why that could be something that is a challenge for you right now, especially if you're kind of more feeling like this delayed kind of energy. This could feel maybe like even a pressure right now, but we'll see a little bit more from the cards. In the above energy, you have the sun, and that's lovely because the sun is the Leo energy. This is really kind of about childlike innocence and happiness and optimism. The sun is one of the more obvious cards to be able to interpret in the upright, in the what the world is seeing, what you are kind of showing to the world right now is your energy, which is the sun. This happiness, this optimism, that childlike, but also just kind of like pure sense of joy. One of the easier cards to interpret, I think, usually. And it has, the sun here, which is, highly associated with Leo. It even has the sunflowers, which are very much associated with the Leo energy. So to people, you are showing your Leo self. And in the energy that you have kind of in the below, in the subconscious, is the Magician. So the Magician card can mean sort of a lot of things, but I like to mostly interpret it as kind of working to make your dreams a reality. Kind of, you see this person and they have the wand and they're holding the wand up and the hand is kind of moving down. So it's kind of like making the ethereal or the ephemeral something that is, here on earth with us. So really working with having a lot of energy, which is, very Leo energy, which is interesting because you're not necessarily feeling this in the present moment, but in your subconscious, you're really wanting to make your dreams a reality and moving forward with energy to make that magic happen. And in the past, you've been, which is interesting, this one just came up for the previous reading for, I think it was Cancer, in the past feeling this Nine of Cups energy in the recent past, which is really kind of like wish fulfillment. So feeling like you have things that you have wanted to get done. The Nine of Cups, a lot of people say that the 9 is actually sometimes more powerful than the 10, because the 9 means that you are almost, you're taking stock of all of this journey that you've gone through, 1 through 8, and at the 10 you already have the thing, so you're not necessarily on that journey anymore. But the 9 is like really kind of taking stock of these 9 cups that you have filled here behind you, and being happy that you have worked to fulfill some sort of wish for yourself. And then in the future you have the 5 of Cups in the reverse, which is kind of working on self-forgiveness and moving forward. So this is really interesting because you have a lot of major arcana cards here, especially in like the energy that you're working with in your conscious energy, subconscious energy. The Chariot, the cups here, this is all big Cancer energy, so it's interesting because every season really does flavor what every sign is sort of going through. And it's interesting to see that you have had this kind of sense of wish fulfillment, but now feeling like you are delayed maybe around something that feels important to you, and possibly that has something to do with, a more material sense of abundance rather than other forms of abundance, relationships, how you communicate, etc. And in the future, you're just working to forgive yourself and move forward. And you're working with some really powerful positive energies, regardless of what this Chariot in reverse is about. It doesn't seem to be causing any like major, I would say like negative issues. Advice right now is the Death card in reverse. So the Death card is, it sounds like a scary card, but it's really a card associated with Scorpio. It's kind of about inner transformation. In the reverse, kind of similar to the Tower in reverse, but in the reverse, this can mean sort of that the advice is, essentially this card in the reverse means that you are possibly resisting some sort of inner transformation. And that's interesting to see with the Chariot in the reverse, feeling some sort of delay around something, but this is your advice. So maybe, sometimes just moving forward, progress is a great thing, but also rest is also important, which I think is interesting. That energy is coming up right now during the Taurus moon, because rest is important and people just always kind of want to be moving and excited and, running forward, but that's not always necessarily the energy that's helpful for us at the time. So this is just an energy about like if there is some sort of feeling of like, transformational energy you're feeling right now, maybe it's okay to kind of be sitting more of this delayed energy. Maybe you need some time so that you can move forward towards, this sense of forgiveness for yourself, and that could be related to a lot of different things. And just like moving forward, sometimes you need to be delayed and a little bit resistant towards moving forward, so that you have the time to rest and process things, so that you can actually end up doing that. For the energy that's surrounding you is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is, again, giving to yourself. In the upright, this card can mean giving, receiving, sharing with others, everything that you've accumulated. This can kind of mean like you have accumulated things, but maybe right now is not the time, you have to, you fulfill your duties, you do the things that are important to you, but this can kind of mean more about sort of taking time to give that abundance towards yourself. And possibly that's why you have this Page of Pentacles energy as a challenge, because you've been working to build up your resources, as we all always are, but maybe some of these resources that you've been building, the Leo energy is very giving. It's really associated with the heart, with the spine, with courage, and Leos love to give to the people who they love. It literally is the heart. And so sometimes you just have to remember that you need to give that to yourself as well. And so this is the energy that's kind of surrounding you, is to give some of that resource building that you've been doing, give and share with yourself as well. Hope and a fear is the Ace of Pentacles. So you have a lot of pentacles in this reading, which again is about more material abundance, career, resource building. And abundance can mean a lot of different things, but usually a little bit less related to things like love, relationships, and more about like really tangible resources. The Ace of Pentacles in the upright is sort of like being given just like a divine gift of abundance. Like this hand is holding this pentacle. Your hope and your fear right now is to have lost the loss of some sort of an opportunity. So again, this could be more about material abundance and stuff, but some sort of opportunity being lost is something that you're fearing, and that could have to do with actually like losing money or losing your resources. So it seems like there's a lot of a focus here on sort of like more material abundant resources, but feelings like you might be losing out on some sort of opportunity if you don't do something else that you need to do. And so what else I'm seeing around here is just working on giving those resources to yourself, because if you don't kind of take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else either. And then the outcome for interesting, really a lot of pentacle energy here. So maybe you're like really thinking about like your finances, your resources, your job, your career, or whatever feels to you as a person to be the definition of your personal abundance. That's why these readings can really mean a lot of different things for different people. And if this reading doesn't resonate for you, then it's not for you. But the outcome for this reading, given the current energy, if nothing were to change or be done, is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Queen of Pentacles in the upright is sort of feeling like really standing in this divine, feminine, abundant energy, taking care of the people around you, kind of that working mom energy. And working mom energy can absolutely still, be talking about a man or, somebody of another gender. But that's kind of more of the, it's working mom energy kind of in the upright. And in the reverse, it's sort of about financial independence and making sure that you feel like you are giving these resources a little bit closer to home, and being independent in your wealth, but not necessarily kind of sharing it around. So it's really interesting that all of this pentacle energy is really kind of going in the same direction, which is sometimes that resource building that you're doing. I'm not seeing anything about a loss of wealth, although there's a concern that a fear of a loss of wealth, or really just a loss of an opportunity having to do with your resources or your career. But this is about kind of taking all of this maybe possible delayed energy and working on rethinking about what a success and abundance really means for you, and working towards forgiving forgiving yourself, or moving on from some other kind of idea, but really I think it looks like you're just thinking about your career and your finances and stuff a lot. But this is, this is not about a loss just because it's in the reverse. It's really about kind of, again, giving more to the self. Remembering that as you build up your resources, you're doing that so you can protect the people who are around you, but also taking some time to think about how you can give that resource building for yourself as well. So just a lot of Pentacle energy, and it seems like you're just working on your abundance, and it's okay to like be a little bit slowed down sometimes, especially for like Leo energy. One of the risks with Leo energy is kind of doing too much and always running. Like that fire energy does need to have, some temperance to it too. It needs to be like a little slowed down sometimes. And it looks like the universe is kind of supporting you in that, in your subconscious and unconscious energy. In your conscious and unconscious energy, you really have the very positive universal energy working with you. And if you're feeling some sort of delay around something, then just keep it moving and give. You have to give to yourself if you're going to give to anybody else. So I think that's whatever that could mean for you. I'm going to pull a color card as well, so we'll just see what pops up for you here. So for Leo, any color cards that could be helpful in sort of guiding anything else around this energy. Any color cards on guiding energy. Interesting. I feel like I want another one. Okay. I don't always do that, just like kind of pull one and then it's a little easier. But you got the Strength, which is interesting because the Strength card is actually the Leo card in the Tarot deck. So we got you popping out in the color cards, which is always really nice when that comes together. So just like keeping your Strength energy. You're very much in your energy right now, which is great. Sorry for the noises. 4th of July. Okay. Them coming out. So the 5th sign, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll pull 2. Okay. So you get Strength, Rest, and Confidence in the color Prism card. So we have Strength and Rest, which is, I think, what's kind of popping out in this reading already. It's also the Taurus moon, so good lessons for the Taurus moon. High vibe and low vibe of every sign, but the moons and the seasons are really for all of us. And confidence, which is, also big Leo energy, those sunglasses, working with this sun in the conscious energy, you need some sunglasses when the sun's shining so bright, and that confidence is really a big part of the Leo courage energy. So let's read, I like this book because it's pretty quick. So Strength, let's see, Strength is red. Okay, so for the Strength card, this card refers to mental and emotional strength, not just physical strength. It's about finding the inner strength to face your fears, overcome obstacles, and move through difficult times. This card is a call to dig deep into yourself and tap into the parts that are strong and courageous, even when you might not feel that way. You'll discover that you hold the strength to overcome whatever you are going through right now. So it's obvious that while you have this really positive energy that you're kind of showing the world, and you're trying to make your dreams a reality, you are kind of nervous about some sort of, you're nervous about your pentacles. You're nervous about kind of that earth energy, which we're in right now with Taurus, about your abundance and your career and your resources. And you're feeling like a little bit like delayed up around stuff. And, you have the strength that you need to kind of get through this time if this is feeling like a stressful time for you and it's not as easy for you maybe to rest as it might be for other signs. And it's okay to be in a delay. That's not really a problem. We are going through what we need to go through in a time. And then rest. So rest is essential for all beings. This card symbolizes the need for a little extra downtime to recharge. By giving yourself and your body the rest you need, you'll conserve the energy to achieve your goals with clarity and purpose. And so I love this because it really does flow really easily with this Chariot in reverse. Feeling like more of a delay around things, and having your advice be the Death card in reverse, which is sort of like resisting some sort of like transformational experience. Maybe it's just like not time for that to be happening right now, and so resting is a good reminder, especially for someone who always wants to be moving fast like a Leo. And then the confidence card I haven't seen yet. Confidence. Sorry, light. Confidence is not a fixed attribute. So fixed signs is Leo is a fixed sign, the Taurus moon right now is a fixed sign. Confidence is not a fixed attribute. It's something that we're continuously working to build throughout our lives. In a reading, this card signifies that it's the right time to start working with and enhancing your sense of self-confidence. How can you build more confidence in your life in a meaningful way? So, Leo is associated with courage in the heart, but when a Leo is not kind of feeling like they're in their sun strong energy, it can actually be very easy for them to feel easily weakened, whereas, another sign might be able to kind of handle the balance of that energy more. Leos like to be, in the spotlight and feeling good and feeling that sunny energy, and so sometimes when they're really not feeling that way, it can be a little bit harder to deal with than other signs might feel it to be, because a Leo always expects that this confident energy will be who they are all the time. But just this is a good reminder, continue to work on your self-confidence, because it is who you are too, and it's okay when you're not feeling as confident around things. And if you're feeling this delayed energy as a Leo who wants to keep moving, I think it's just a good reminder that, sometimes giving to yourself is what you need, that little bit of a delay in giving to yourself a little bit more. Just going to get a couple of the tea leaf cards here as well. So yeah, resting is okay. You don't always have to be like moving forward to something new. Any cards here to help kind of frame this reading for Leo? Okay, got a couple, and then I would like a couple more, please. Any more to frame this for Leo for 21 minutes? So let's get just a couple more. I would like 3 more maybe. For 1. Whoop. Okay, I saw him. So all these came out. Sometimes you ask for a little bit, and maybe you should just go with the ones that you got. But I think all of these could be potentially. It's a lot of cards, but we learn. Recognition, reward for merit. So it's like you're obviously putting in a lot of energy here, and you will be rewarded for that. So all of this worry about your pentacles and your success in your career, you will be rewarded for the work that you're going through right now. Apple, temptation will test you. So this could have to do something with your money. I guess, be careful of your money, especially if it's something you're more nervous about right now. But, don't go spending like wildly. Sometimes people get nervous about their money and they actually start spending it instead of, saving and waiting for a time when it's like a little bit more safe. And, this could also have to do with nothing to do with this exact reading, but temptation might test you, but could have something to do with the pentacle energy you're feeling, because it seems to be a really prominent part of this, or whatever it means abundance for you in this energy. Ear is good news, so maybe there's some good news coming around the corner. Coins, money will be coming to you, so it's nice, whatever you're worried about, keep doing you. Save your money like we always should be until we're in like a safer spot to be spending more. But money will come to you. So you're working on this sense of financial independence. The outcome of this is that you are working towards that financial independence. So you can just kind of keep it moving. Always good to be safe, because we do get tempted by things that we want to have or purchase or and in lots of different ways, but you do have money coming towards you. I never really know what these cards mean, but if this means something for you, dark man dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Younger man dealings or relationship with a younger man, so maybe dealing with a younger man who has dark hair. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So, the advice right now is like maybe resisting this transformation, maybe going a little bit slow here with the Chariot in reverse. Change is going to come. So, like sometimes it's even helpful to be glad for your rest, because, maybe what's coming up around the corner is a little faster, and it's good to save your energy for that. So things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So even if you're feeling delayed, like sometimes delays can be helpful. A journey, either physical or mental. So, you know, something's coming and you're going on a new journey, and maybe that has something to do with like news that you'll be getting soon, but you know, you will be rewarded for the work that you're doing. So I would say just kind of keep it moving, as I will always say, but you know, it's okay to be a little delayed and resting up and working on a sense of financial independence so that you can do whatever it is that you want to do otherwise. And one roomy card, please, for Leo energy, 25 minutes. We could get one card for Leo energy, whatever we see first. And your cards aren't really popping out today, Leo, which is interesting. I'm not getting much to just pop out because I've started to be a little bit more intentional about the draw, which is interesting because you're kind of feeling like that delayed energy. It's also just a Taurus moon, so I've been noticing that the things are not flying out. I think, you know, Taurus is take it a little bit slower. It's the bull kind of grazing in the meadow. You know, asking you shall receive. So the angel Razbar is 27 for the Rumi. And so let's see what she's gonna say. These ones can be a little bit longer to read, so I tried to pop out what seems to be the bigger energy. So, tell me the truth, I asked love, what are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. The master speaks of a den of riches. Den is, you know, lion's den, Leo, where many precious jewels can be found. In abundance they lie. This reading is all about sort of abundance and resources. In abundance they lie, patient and yet ready to be claimed. So the strength card is really kind of about one of the cards that's about patience, and that's the Leo card. In abundance they lie, patient and yet ready to be claimed. Go scoop them up, urges the master. The devoted ones look but cannot see. Where are these precious jewels, they cry, for we cannot find them anywhere. The master gazes lovingly at the devoted ones and responds kindly, in service, my beloveds, you shall find the jewels through service. For what is the soul but the finest and most precious of heavenly jewels? What is service but the scooping up of the soul, that it does not lie lost nor unclaimed, but instead honored for all its precious worth and beauty, tended to until it becomes vibrant as a flawless ruby, radiant with the joy of living. The great beloved sees what is in your heart, what it is you wish to offer, and is saying yes. So it's obvious that you're trying to make some sort of dream a reality, that you want to be offering something. You're afraid to like lose some sort of an opportunity, but you know the divine kind of energy is saying it sees you, it sees our delays, it sees our progress, and it says yes. What it is that you're working towards, you will be able to find that abundance. So let's see. Cast aside your doubts then. So you have this doubt. You're like wondering, am I going to have this abundance? Am I going to lose this opportunity? Cast aside your doubts. But perhaps this isn't easy for you. Perhaps you look at the world, even your chosen field of endeavor, and already you hear so many voices speaking. You wonder if your own contribution would simply add noise to this cacophony. And you know that's just not the case. So keep moving with what you're doing, and if you're feeling delayed, you know, maybe it's a divine intervention around that delay, because you do have those major arcana cards in the reverse. And it's not necessarily something you can always do or push past, except to keep doing you and moving on, forgiving yourself and moving on, so that you can have, you know, this sense of abundant independence. Give to yourself, and then, you know, usually what we give to ourselves does end up kind of coming out to the people who are around us as well. So that is the energy that I have for you, Leo, and happy 4th of July for whatever, you know, for whatever positive feelings that you can have for it. Enjoy the fireworks if you like them, and, you know, put on some nice music and try to relax if it's something that makes you, you know, a little bit more keyed up. But I think most Leos probably like, you know, fireworks, at least to a degree. But, you know, what a beautiful day for a Leo reading. So many blessings, and hope you guys have a good night. Bye-bye.